welcome back to Yellow River. So for this week we're going to do your November 1st to November 7th. And for this week, I don't know what, I pulled some cards from this deck. It's called Archetype cards. Like, yeah, whatever. So for the beginning of this week, I do feel like there is some kind of ego death or something that it's a bit like, I don't know why I heard Chiron, so it could also mean like we are healing our inner wounds. The wounds could be like a deeper than you think. Sometimes it could be unconscious. But I think most of you are aware of it, like consciously aware of it when you got triggered, and you know what that exactly is, what the trigger exactly is, so you will be able to fix it, or not like fix it, you will be able to just look it deeper, or just to know where to start with it when this healing happens. And also what I'm sensing is for this week, as I said, I pulled some archetype cards. So we have warriors and rebel. This Scorpio season, the first week and the 5th, we have a Scorpio new moon. We have this warrior and rebel. These two cards coming out for me, it feels like some of the situation might have to be fixed. Why do I keep saying fixed? So, might have to be dealt with. With what I'm saying is actually some situations, might be your environment, might be your relationships, might be you to yourself, how you talk to yourself. Also our mental health is becoming a issue. A lot of integrations, like our wisdom and also our physical body in this week, will have to be balanced. So I already pulled some cards out, and the foundation you have is this one. The name is Cursed. The name is Cursed, and also I do feel there is something that you feel it's destined, or you feel that is unable to shake. It's going to be like peeling down. It's going to be like broken down, because it feels like a tower moment, maybe to us or to others, to the environment as well. It's like something we think it cannot be changed, it's now changing. And it could also be like a concept or a perception. It could be some beliefs we hold in ourselves. It could be lineage. It could be just some, it also could be some pack mentality here, from what I'm sensing, for a very little amount of people here. And yes, for this week also, as I mentioned, the mental health, you have to kind of rest, look at your physical body, and look at how your mind is currently operating from. Sometimes we operating from our ego, sometimes we operating from our mind that is sometimes overactive. So a lot of times this week is just to go back and focus on what we have right now, because the external or the internal, I do feel more of these cursed situations or environment that is maybe unhealthy or toxic could be externally to you. So we are changing that, or the environment is directly affecting us. We are thinking how we're going to deal with that, how we're going to apply ourselves in those situations. And a lot of times I do feel like a lot of you wants to break free. A lot of you wants this challenge. Like, it's not like you want the challenge. We don't want some toxic situations in our lives, but we want to deal with it because it has been a long time, or it has been affecting us like physically and mentally. So we have the wolf, and the wolf means the pack mentality as well. But I do feel this wolf here, for me, it is always a challenge card. With this challenge card, a lot of things, along with the warrior and rebel, the warrior means that you have to fight maybe the demon inside of you, maybe some kind of situation that you just have to set the boundaries there, or you have to understand something, maybe you outgrown it, so just leave the environment alone, because sometimes we cannot change things, we can only change ourselves or our perspective. And I do feel like a lot of you, while you shift your perspective or while you shift your focus, you may have to learn that or to see something from a very different perspective. And that is the time when you realize, oh, things can happen in other way, or there is another fashion of doing things. This rebel, I don't know why it keeps showing me its shadow attributes. It actually says, I reject legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So it could be like there is some kind of group things, and you, like, the pack mentality is here affecting us. You do have to think independently, like, just think, you do have to think independently. Let's see what else I can say. I do have a lot of thoughts here, but let's wait and see if the card has to say more. I'm trying to use the correct words. I'm trying to be precise. So bear with me. Trying. There's a wisdom gained while this challenge starts, while we're breaking free, while we are overwriting things. Is overwriting correct? I don't know. We are trying to see things in other perspective, or we are trying to unlock ourselves in a fixed mindset. So here comes this High Priestess card, and it's all purple. A lot of purple associated with this warrior is telling you that you have the inner knowing, you have the truth inside of you. So just do what you think is right, because that maybe is the answer, and your heart feels it, or your soul knows it, what to do. You have the wisdom inside. And I do feel like whatever the challenge is, it could be relationships, it could be your family groups, friendships, this kind of it feels like a karmic ties as well, that it's holding the hand on your mouth, so you're not going, maybe in the past couple of times that you guys are not being able to say something or to state something, but now you are, or maybe you don't really have to, you just have to do it. Because with this warrior card, a lot of thing is like with action, without you really have to talk, without you really have to state something, but just do. When you do something, when you do what your heart feels, or do what your heart calls you to do, you actually are leading the pack, or you actually are being a role to guide others. You are seeing things from a higher perspective, or to just rise above the situations. It's not exactly to see the truth, but just see another side of it. And I do feel others will follow. Yeah, ooh, look at this. So there's a cat sitting in front of it, and a lot of other cats giving this cat some kind of donations or support. For me, it's a leader card. So maybe you have to take the first step. So maybe some of you guys in this week, you have to break some kind of limitations. Some of you guys, I do feel like you are learning as well with this and this cross. I do feel like a sense of learning through the the wise or through others as well. It could also be like through books, but for me this is kind of an ancient energy. It could be that the truth is deep within you. Can this camera focus? Yeah, great. So you're actually, it also states that your conscious or something else like your wisdom, intuition is growing as well, but it's more focused on your physical experiences that you gained in this world, because it's dark brown. I have my color languages here. Yeah, the patterns. So breaking the patterns, it could be to do with relationships. I keep sensing mother energies, parent energies, patterns. And you have perceptions. So really to see things in another format, or to have a realization of the past, how the past can affect us, or how this wound has to do with the past. And when you see you still have some wounds inside of you, sometimes it's not that we can heal it all in one time. It's like you gradually cleansing. Every time when you cleanse, when you purge, it's so very different. Sometimes a wound could be inside of you, like unconsciously for years, and after years you figure out, oh god, it's still there. Like for me, I do this, like 5 years later I found out, oh, it's still in me. Shit. But what I want to say is that this week maybe we have some kind of purge, but you guys are being protected and watched over. There is an all coming through. There's a justice card. It feels like a justice card. And it says, she who rides the all brings justice. Like a Libra energy. If you have some legal issues or some contract paper stuff, I think it's going to be fine. Whatever the situations you're in is gradually going to be better. And for some of you, if this is related to your wounds, to your mental health, or something that it's like you have to heal yourself in order to like grow, or some kind of spirits, some kind of mental stuff, I do feel like this justice is not that, it's, how should I say this? This justice is given by you treating yourself better. And in another way, what I really want to say is this justice is for you to see the truth. The truth that what hurts you, what keeps irritates you inside of you, that when people triggers you, when the environment triggers you, what was that, the core, the deep wound that keeps hurting you. To see that clearly. It's a Scorpio season, a lot to do with our deeper emotions, like our desires as well, that it's all hidden. But now this justice and this all is bringing this darkness into the light. It's kind of like bringing the light into the darkness for you to see, for you to face it, for you to purge it, and then you heal. And then you'll be able to accept whatever it has been, maybe in the past, or how this wound, whatever the reason, you kind of surrender to the situations. So I hope you guys know what I meant for the surrender in the situation. It's more like you, when you surrender to the situation, which usually means that the situation has happened. So you, whatever things has happened, you have to surrender, means you accept it. When you accept it, it actually brings a piece of the emotions out. So what we have to look at is the wound itself and the emotions that links to it, that attach to it. So this healing process, I think, is going to like give you some kind of experiences, because you will grow from this, and then you will be able to guide people, or to like a leader or something. It could also be if people have gone through this, they will ask for your help as well. Like you can teach them in some kind of, doesn't really have to be teach. It feels more like you do something and you just being you. So when you be you, you're like a role to lead others. I hope I'm not talking too much crap. Okay, so this is for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you feel free to leave me a comment down below. I do English readings for only weeklies now, and I will see how it pans out. So I guess I'll see you guys next week, and take care. Bye.